I answered the door to a police officer holding a missing poster with a picture of my own cat. Someone had broken into my house to steal her identity, and the truth was a twisted plot to have her put down. I froze the second I saw the poster. It was Luna, my cat. She was literally sleeping on her bed in the living room at that exact moment. The officer told me they got an anonymous tip that I had stolen a missing pet. He told me if I couldn't provide immediate proof of ownership, he'd have to take her into custody. The blood drained from my face. I found Luna as a stray behind a dumpster 3 years ago. No adoption papers, no fancy breeder receipts. My heart started racing. I'm a high-functioning person with severe OCD. Everything in my life has a specific place. I knew exactly where her vet records and her emotional support certification were kept. I asked the officer to wait and sprinted upstairs, but when I opened my bedside drawer, it was empty. My heart hammered against my ribs. I checked the safe. Nothing. I checked my filing cabinet. Gone. I started to spiral into a full-blown panic attack, but then Luna rubbed against my leg, purring. That vibration usually brings me back to reality, but this time, it just made me more terrified of losing her. I ran to the linen closet to find her service vest and ID tag. I stopped dead before I even touched the handle. The carpet in front of the door was messed up. I always brush the carpet fibers in one direction. It's a habit, but there were clear, messy footprints right in front of the closet. When I opened the door, her vest, her leash, and even her personalized collar were missing. Someone hadn't just put up fake posters. They had broken into my house while I was at work and wiped out every single piece of evidence that Luna belonged to me. I walked back downstairs trembling, ready to beg the officer. But when I got to the kitchen, I saw 3 evidence bags on my table. They contained a flathead screwdriver, a scrap of red fabric, and a business card. The officer looked at me and said, "Your house is spotless, ma'am, but your window screen is sliced and there are muddy prints on the sill. Someone broke in today. Any idea who?" I stared at the red fabric. My landlord, Mrs. Gable, always wore a bright red trench coat. And that screwdriver? I'd seen it in her toolkit a dozen times when she came over to inspect the pipes. She hated Luna. She'd been trying to find a way to get rid of her for months because of her no pets policy, even though Luna was a legal service animal. The police didn't just stop there. They raided Mrs. Gable's office and found emails to a kill shelter 2 counties away. She had scheduled an appointment to bring Luna in that evening to be humanely dealt with, claiming she was a stray with a contagious disease. Mrs. Gable isn't my landlord anymore. She's facing felony breaking and entering and animal cruelty charges. Luna is still on her burger bed, and I've since moved to a place where the only thing coming through my door is the mail.